Greetings and welcome to the latest episode of Preserve the 80s. Today I come to you from the parking lot of Rooster's Chicken and Waffles in Southington. Apparently it's a chain that I didn't know about until today. I don't know if it's just in this area or if it's a national chain or not. But yeah, I got in there and it was a bit of a wait to be served, but then I realized that there was a bell I was supposed to ring to announce I was there, so that was kind of my fault. I don't know if you can see it behind me. There's a very depressing and sort of creepy looking porn shop right in back of me. And then in the other direction, there's a strip club, so I guess I must be in Southington's red light district. Even the garage that's to my left is playing burlesque style songs. I don't know if you hear Fever in the background. At least I think that's coming from the garage. Maybe it's coming from the porn shop. Who knows? But first thing I notice is that they give some very, very generous portions with the chicken. A bit less generous with the waffles. As you can see, there's just this one. My original plan was to put the chicken atop the waffles and consume it that way. That was the original plan. But, well, I mean, I guess I can still do that, but not with all of the chicken, but I guess that's okay because it will allow me to enjoy the combination of chicken and waffles as well as the chicken itself, see how it is on its own. This is called Rooster's signature sauce. Well, actually, no, this is syrup. This is maple syrup, which they gave me for the waffles. I'm not going to use that though. This is Rooster's signature sauce. I also have with me a grape soda. And what else did they give me? I ordered the Rooster's Western sandwich, which is a chicken sandwich featuring chicken, obviously, along with some barbecue sauce and 2 onion rings. Good, they did not put cheese on there, which is good news because I do not like cheese. I'm highly allergic. The sandwich is extremely hot, so I have to wait a bit to consume it. Everything is made fresh. That's part of why you have a bit of a wait. But I think that'll be worth it. Nothing there sits under a heat lamp or anything like that, so it should be very fresh, very good. I have 1 box of fried pickles, unopened. That was supposed to be for something else, but I guess I can enjoy them with the chicken too. They're pretty good looking, I would have to say. But again, very, very, very hot. Let's see if I have I was hoping to find a knife to cut the chicken and waffles with. Looks like I'll have to make do with just the fork. But I have napkins, so not too big of a deal. Feels a bit barbaric cutting up my waffle halfway by hand, but desperate times call for desperate measures. Ow, that kind of hurt. So here we have chicken and waffles. Let us see how it is. I like it. My only complaint is that they kind of overdid it with the sugar on the waffles. I really don't I don't like to combine salty and sweet flavors all that much. I know that's all the rage these days with things like honey glazed salmon and goat cheese and fig pizza, but it's just it's not the way I do things. The sugar would be fine if the waffle was being eaten on its own, but it just doesn't go well with the chicken. and that's why I wasn't going to use the syrup. But I usually don't put syrup on waffles anyway, so let's try the waffle by itself. It's pretty good. The sugar is still a bit much. I shook about half of it off, but still a lot of it on there. It reminds me a bit of a funnel cake. I mean, it doesn't taste bad, but it's just a little sweeter than what I would want a waffle to be, but still good for what it is. The breading is good. It's juicy without being greasy, and that's something the breading isn't juicy, the meat is, but the breading isn't greasy. It has that delicious deep fried taste without that impending gastrointestinal doom feeling to go with it. I'm going to try the sandwich in just a bit. I'm just waiting for it to cool off a little. Grape crush soda. Whatever happened to Welch's grape soda? That was a good soda. I miss it. I mean, not that Crush is bad. Crush is very good as well. See one of these fried pickles. That was magic. I've had fried pickles in every region of this country and in Canada. Well, not every region in Canada. I've only been to a few provinces. Well, really only one, unless you count airport layovers, but no, the point is these are very good fried pickles. And I can't, off the top of my head, think of any that compare to them. I would say that the closest match I've had to these was at Mystic Pizza back in 2010, I believe it was. Their pizza isn't all that good, at least in my opinion, but their fried pickles make them worth the visit. And I mean, I guess if you're into movies, it's interesting for that reason. I'm not a big movie guy myself. But as long as we're waiting for the sandwich to cool off, I guess we can talk movies for a bit. My 3 favorite movies of all time are Rain Man, Henry, Portrait of a Serial Killer, and Deranged. Deranged is a Canadian film from 1974, and it's based on the life story of Ed Gein, but there's a lot about it that doesn't really match up. As far as they leave out, well, the character's name is Ezra, not Ed, so it's not really a biography movie, but it's supposed to be based on him. But Ed Gein wasn't a kidnapper, and he had a brother who's not mentioned in the story, and he was 34 when his father died, not 10 as the movie states. The only thing is, why are movies so long now? Seems like every movie that comes out is close to 3 hours in length. And they're all either about superheroes or, well, superheroes. I guess there's every now and then you see some old movie be remade, or they just cash in on on the name association that the film's going to have with it. People who like the original want to see the remake, but usually it bears little resemblance, and it's mostly just political propaganda throughout, which I do not quite enjoy. Does anybody have any movies they would recommend? I feel that most people would know about Rain Man. You can watch Deranged on YouTube for free. It actually features music from Stompin' Tom, which was a shock because I didn't know that was going to be in there. And Henry, Portrait of a Serial Killer, you can buy on YouTube. It stars Michael Rooker, who has gone on to act in a lot of movies, including some of the superhero movies that I've just alluded to a bit before. I think he plays Yondu in Guardians of the Galaxy. I don't really care for superhero movies for the most part, but as they go, that one was okay. I like Groot. But now that I've had that little discussion, maybe this will be cold enough to eat. Or maybe not. I'm actually burning my hand holding it right now. The barbecue sauce has an unusual color to it. It's more yellow than red. So I'm hoping it's not a honey barbecue sauce, because that's not going to go well with onion rings. Let's see. Hard to say based on the first bite, since I played it safe burn-wise. I mostly just tasted the outer part of the chicken, so let's go a bit deeper and hope I don't get burned too badly. Pretty good. I like the onion rings. The chicken is good. It's on a nice brioche roll. The sauce is sweeter than I would prefer, but not overbearingly so. This is a sandwich I could see myself ordering again. I had originally planned to, I guess that's an eighth in the down hour hat trick. I've said original plan 3 times now, and that makes it 4. But my initial plan was to drive up to upstate New York today. I took 2 days off from work today and tomorrow, and I wanted to go to the truck stops near Albany because one has a Roy Rogers, which is now the closest location to here. They used to be all over this state, but no longer. And another one has a Mr. Sub, which is a chain mainly located in Canada. I've never been to Mr. Sub before, and I was looking forward to that, but I couldn't really afford to drive that far today or to get a hotel room for the night, as a new cat has entered the fold. Her name is Luna, and she was going to be handed over to a shelter, so we adopted her. She is a strange cat. I like her, but she's weird. Though she's never really been to a vet before, so there are a lot of expensive bills as far as that goes. And she also has tapeworms, so that's something that put a bit of a hurt on the wallet, canceling the upstate New York food trip, but maybe that's something that I can do in November, possibly December, but we shall see. But well, I'm kind of rambling at this point, I apologize. But to get back on focus, I would say that Rooster's chicken and waffles is definitely worth a try. There are a lot of different things on the menu that I just didn't have the time or money to try them all today, but I'll definitely come back. I was going to order the peach cobbler for dessert. I forgot to do that. So, give me an excuse to come back. But if you have never been to Rooster's Chicken and Waffles and there's one near you, I would definitely recommend giving them a try. And Cheeks Chicken as well, that's another good chain. And there's I believe it's called Dave's Hot Chicken or something like that. It's a chain that just came up this way. I have to try them still. But looks like there will be a lot of chicken in my future. Farewell.